Alright guys, welcome back to Spectrum Sabers. I'm your host, Daryl, your sabersmith. In episode 1, we went over how to just turn on the lightsaber and get the battery installed. This is going to be episode 2, which is going to be first turn on, installing the blade, things that you need to know about operating the basics of the lightsaber. Okay, so a lot of people think that these blades cannot be removed, which is totally wrong. They can absolutely be removed. And in fact, there's just a very quick disconnect. There's no special way to put this in, nothing fancy. All we recommend to do is we put it in and we twist it and then it slides all the way down. And I know that wasn't super easy to see, so maybe I'll comp just a little bit here. But there's nothing fancy about this connection here besides that it could go any way at all. These are what we call pogo pins and they just slide right on those circles there. So go ahead and I don't know if you can see, yep, there's this line right here. That line indicates how far down it needs to be pushed. So I slide it in till that line's covered. And if this blade, if you notice it's been fought with a little bit, it's because it's my personal blade and I just need to re-sand it down. So I push it in till that line. And then when I go and tighten down these Allen keys, let me back up so you can see me better. On these Allen keys here, I am not going to tighten them very much, okay? We're just really snugging it down. So I just simply snug it right into place. There's not a lot of pressure that goes on there. I just turn it until it is just snugly locked in. The Allen keys are meant to just stop it from sliding out. They're not meant to protect it from getting hit and stuff. That's what the rest of the metal is meant to do, and they're super strong, so you don't really need to worry about that. Just make the Allen keys just make it to where it doesn't slide out. Okay? All right, that's your installation of the blade. Now for first turn on. The way that I talked about this in episode 1, which we're going to continue, is I have the top button, which is the side towards the blade, and I have the bottom button, which is the side towards the pommel. To turn it on, it's really simple. I'm just going to click the top button, which a lot of times we also will call the light button. Oh yes. So then to turn it off, all I do is I hold that button and it will automatically turn off. So I just keep on holding it and it will come down. Okay. That's going to go ahead and be your turn on, turn off. Now let's talk about changing the volume, because in order for us to have this video continue, I got to turn the volume down or else this thing's way too loud for us to have in this room. In order to turn the volume down, while the lightsaber is in its off or standby position, so the buttons are still blinking, I will simply point it down towards the ground and I will hold the bottom button and then I will release after approximately 2 seconds. So.
Volume control activated.
And I hope that you could hear that, but it says to me, volume control activated. Now when I hold it, you'll notice that as I twist the lightsaber, the light grows on the blade. So that indicates 0 sound or 0% volume all the way to 100%, which would be at the end over here. So as I twist it, you get to 100. For the sake of this video, I'm going to turn it down to about 5% or right there. Awesome. And then it will indicate once again that the volume has been adjusted. So as far as, are you free to go out and play right now? Absolutely. Get out there, do some fights, get some dueling done. The last thing you probably want to know, which I skipped over, is how to change the blade color. Okay? So go ahead and turn it on. And there's many different ways to change the colors on this, and it's really unlimited and you can do so much with it. To get started right off the bat, all you got to do is hold the bottom button and click the top button. Let me go ahead and bring that in closer so you can see how this is working. Okay, all I'm doing is I simply hold the bottom button and then click the top button. And that will cycle me through the colors. Now one thing that's really fun about this version 2 is this is red. Let's see what the next color is. Okay, this is yellow. If I want to go back to red, I don't have to cycle all the way back through. I simply point the lightsaber down or the other direction that I had it, click it again, and it goes back or reverses to the red. And then I can go back to yellow by pointing it back up and continuing forward to yellow, green, and so forth. Awesome. And of course, all of these colors already come with flash on clash, and of course you've got your smooth swing and stuff like that. They are already programmed to know what colors best accent these. The last thing I'm going to tell you, and then we're going to move on in another episode, is what the bottom button does while it's on. So let's see if I can't get a good video of this, but let's change color to one that we can see a little better. There's a strong blue, and when I click that bottom button, this is what we consider the sounds or the effects button. So when I click the bottom, ooh, that is really hard to see on camera there. Let me try another color. Let's maybe go back to red. So we'll switch to red. Oh. Let's try red here. There we go. So when you click the bottom button, you'll notice that that indicates as if you're doing blaster blogs. Okay, next episode we'll go ahead and talk about how to customize the colors further, how to get more into lock-up colors, and just a little bit more in depth on this kind of stuff. But this should get you a good starting point. Okay, once again, to turn it off, I simply hold the top button, and wait for it, boom, it's off. Thanks for watching.